Welcome to Star Celebrities, where we bring you the most shocking and emotional stories from Hollywood. Today, we dive into a case that has shaken the entertainment world. To its core, the explosive truth behind Blake Lively and Perez Hilton in court. Imagine this for a moment: an actress loved for her grace, her beauty, and her talent, and a blogger known for controversy headlines and endless drama. Two very different worlds colliding in a single courtroom. It sounds like a movie plot, but this is not fiction. This is reality unfolding before our eyes. Blake Lively is known as one of the brightest stars of her generation, from her unforgettable role in Gossip Girl to her rise as a leading actress in Hollywood films. She has captured hearts everywhere. She is admired not only for her acting, but also for her image as a devoted wife and mother. She built a reputation of elegance and dignity in an industry where gossip and scandals often drown out true talent. On the other side stands Perez Hilton, a figure who made his name by stirring controversy and pushing boundaries in celebrity blogging. He's been called the king of gossip, but also the villain of Hollywood. Perez became famous by exposing the private lives of stars, often with sharp words and shocking revelations. For years, he thrived on headlines that made people click and talk, but many celebrities saw his methods as cruel, invasive, and unfair. So how did these two names end up locked in a courtroom battle? The answer lies in a storm of rumors, accusations, and the power of social media. Perez Hilton has faced lawsuits before, but never with stars influential and beloved as Blake Lively. This case was destined to attract worldwide attention because it is more than just about one headline. It is about reputation, privacy, and the right to control one's own story. The explosive truth is not just the legal papers filed in court. It is the deeper story of two public figures who represent opposite sides of celebrity culture. On one side, Blake Lively fights to protect her dignity and her family from invasive stories. On the other side, Perez Hilton defends his right as a blogger, claiming freedom of expression and the role of media in exposing what celebrities hide. Fans were stunned when the first reports of this case surfaced. Social media lit up with reactions. Supporters of Blake filled timelines with messages of love and encouragement. They called her a brave woman, standing up against a system that profits from tearing down celebrities. Meanwhile, Perez also had defenders. People argued that he was only doing his job, that gossip has always been part of Hollywood, and that stars cannot expect privacy once they live in the public eye. This clash created a storm. Every tweet, every Instagram post, every TikTok reaction added more fuel to the fire. What started as legal documents quickly became a cultural debate. Where's the line between free speech and invasion of privacy? Can gossip cross into the territory of harm, and should celebrities be forced to accept it because of their fame? As the court date approached, the tension only grew stronger. News outlets reported every update with dramatic headlines. Paparazzi swarmed around both Perez Hilton and Blake Lively. Their appearances, their words, and even their silence were studied and dissected by millions. And yet beneath all the noise, there was a human story, a mother fighting for her peace of mind and a blogger fighting for his survival in an industry built on attention. The courtroom would become the stage for a collision, and the world was watching to understand the explosive truth of Blake Lively versus Perez Hilton. In court, we need to look at who they are and how their worlds came crashing together. Blake Lively was born into a family of performers in Los Angeles. Her father was an actor, and her mother worked in talent management. From a young age, she was surrounded by the world of movies and television. But even with these connections, her rise to fame was not automatic. Her breakout role came in the teen drama Gossip Girl. The show became a worldwide hit and turned Blake into an international star. Her face appeared on magazine covers. Her red carpet looks were celebrated, and her fashion became trend-setting. She seemed like the perfect Hollywood dream girl. Beyond the screen, she built an image of elegance and privacy. She rarely gave away details about her personal life, even when she married actor Ryan Reynolds. The couple managed to protect their family from the endless eyes of paparazzi. This was Blake's power. She had control over her image. But Perez Hilton lived in an entirely different world. Born Mario Armando Lavandera Jr., he started his career not as an actor, but as a blogger. At a time when traditional celebrity magazines controlled the gossip world, Perez changed everything. He created a blog that combined shocking headlines, playful cruelty, and raw honesty. With scribbled drawings on celebrity photos, ad captions, and mocked their appearances. What seemed entertaining to some was hurtful to many stars. Yet his blog grew faster than anyone expected. Perez was suddenly everywhere. He appeared on talk shows. He was quoted by news outlets, and he became a symbol of the new digital gossip age. But fame came with consequences. Celebrities began calling him out for bullying and invasion of privacy. Some argued that Perez crossed the line between reporting and harassment. And Perez Hilton, a man who built his empire by tearing down the walls of celebrity privacy and feeding the public with every scandal, It was only a matter of time before their paths collided. The tension started with stories Perez shared about Blake. Reports suggest that he hinted at personal matters that Blake wanted to keep private. While gossip blogs often target celebrities, Blake was not used to being dragged into such drama. She valued her dignity and the protection of her children. What might have been a routine headline for Perez became a personal attack in her eyes. This is where the seeds of conflict were planted. The glamorous actress and the controversial blogger suddenly found themselves on opposite ends of the cultural battlefield. It was not just about gossip anymore. It was about respect, privacy, and the human cost of online fame. The public watched with divided opinions. Some said Blake should have ignored the blogger. Others argued that she was right to fight back because silence only allows gossip to grow. Perez, on the other hand, claimed that he was exercising freedom of speech. He argued that Hollywood lives on publicity and that stars like Blake Lively benefit from attention. Even when it is negative, this disagreement over principle became the foundation of their legal war. By the time Blake decided to take matters to court, the story had already gained massive attention. Fans were waiting to see if Hollywood's golden girl could stand up to the king of gossip. It was not just one lawsuit. It was a cultural moment, a reflection of how the internet changed the relationship between celebrities and the media. The stage was now set to background. Blake and Perez showed us exactly why this court battle was so explosive. One side wanted peace and dignity. The other side wanted freedom and expression, and both were ready to fight for it in front of the world. The moment the case of Blake Lively versus Perez Hilton entered the courtroom, the atmosphere turned heavy. This was not a typical celebrity story from magazines. This was a legal fight that touched on deep questions about privacy and free speech. Blake Lively and her legal team came forward with one clear demand. She wanted protection from stories that she claimed were damaging not only to her reputation, but also to her family. Her lawyers argued that some of the content shared by Perez Hilton crossed boundaries that no celebrity should be forced to accept. They presented examples of posts that hinted at personal matters, and they said these were not just gossip but violations of dignity and safety. Blake herself did not appear in court every day, but when she did, the press captured every moment. Her calm yet firm presence became a powerful statement on its own. On the other side, Perez Hilton and his defense leaned on the principle of freedom of expression. They argued that gossip blogs have always been part of Hollywood culture, from tabloids to late night talk show. Celebrities have always been discussed, dissected, and criticized. Perez said he was simply continuing a tradition of entertainment journalism in the digital age. His team insisted that celebrities benefit from publicity, and that Blake was trying to silence a voice that challenged her perfect image. The courtroom became a stage where two powerful ideas clashed. One was the right of a public figure to control her privacy and protect her family. The other was the right of media voices to speak freely, even if the content was uncomfortable for the people being covered. The judge listened carefully. The legal documents were heavy with detail, but what captured public imagination were the emotions involved. Was Blake Lively fighting only for herself, or was she also standing for every celebrity who wanted privacy in a world of endless cameras? Was Perez Hilton defending only his career, or was he also fighting for the idea that media should never be silenced? Outside the courtroom, a media frenzy exploded. News outlets reported daily updates. Clips of lawyers walking into the courthouse went viral on TikTok. Fans shared hashtags either supporting Blake or standing with Perez. The battle inside the courtroom was mirrored by a battle online. Legal experts explained that this case could set a precedent. If Blake won, then other celebrities might feel empowered to challenge gossip blogs. If Perez won, then the limits of celebrity privacy would shrink even more. It was not